reach around.
Gillum Jones is out. Can it get over the top of Anderson?
Get over
Tracks all the
Anderson.
way back in.
It
It
is.
does. And he's locked in. What a goal!
Trish roqueing probably just about a 2-yard roquet onto her yellow, assuming she'll be sending her yellow either up to 1 back or towards hoop 6. Well, she's got quite a gaggle of balls there altogether.
Hello, Serena. This is Kevin here.
Oh, Kevin, I'm so pleased. Pleased to hear you, Kevin. Pleased you've joined us, Kevin. I was just about to ask, where are you? But I assume you've been very busy this morning.
Getting things organised. I see Trish has now got to hoop 6.
Yes.
And she's about to put the black ball on the other side so that after she runs the hoop, she's got a ball to hit and keep her break going. So this has been a nice little break so far from Tricia.
So what are conditions like at the Victorian Croquet Centre today, Kevin?
It's nice and sunny now. It was a little bit miserable to start the day, but the clouds are gradually disappearing, and that should be very pleasant for the rest of the day, I'm hoping.
Well, that's a positive statement.
Quick.
It's a positive statement from you, Kevin. We'll hold you to that. So
it's usually quite windy here on a Sunday. It's not windy today. We'll see what happens this particular weekend.
So we have referees in attendance as well today, Kevin?
The referee in attendance is in the background there now, Mike Conn. Almost all the players are referees, so they'll be doing their own reasonably simple decisions, and only call Mike when there's something that might have a more serious penalty if they mess it up.
Perhaps we should mention, Kevin, that our production partner today is My Sport Live, and they've been with Croquet Victoria for nearly 3 years now, and actually have streamed many croquet events from this venue, and will be with us to stream the Mac Robertson Shield around the world in November. It's a wonderful partnership that's been developed over time, and I'll let you get back to commenting on what Trisha's doing on the court.
Okay. So Tricia has just made hoop 7. And she has a ball, the yellow ball, sitting near hoop 8 in preparation to make the hoop from as close as possible with the red ball. So she's putting the black ball over in the direction of the 9th hoop, which because she wants to keep the break going and make 9 hoops in this break.
What will happen when she's made her 9th hoop, Kevin?
Well, providing she does make it, after she went through hoop 7, she automatically gives the opponent what's called a lift, and it means that in their next turn they can lift their their ball, the ball they want to play, which is either one, and move it to a boundary line, or they're called a balk line, and can move it to the balk line near hoop 1 or near hoop 3, and so Tricia will set up, or as best she can, with all the balls as far as possible from those two spots where the opponent can play from. So it looks like she's going to put try and leave an opponent ball near the peg. So I'd say her plan is to hit blue, leave it roughly near the peg for the moment, go off and make hoop 9 with the black ball. So you can see there, she's hit it a little bit closer to the peg. And it's sort of a rough position here. She'd like to have it already closer to the peg than it is, but her highest priority is actually making hoop 9 and then tidying up after that, rather than tidying up too much now. If she doesn't make hoop 9, then the blue ball, which is the opponent ball, is very close to the yellow, and Trevor will get a chance to get an easy start on the break.
So an incredible amount of planning actually starts between hoop 7 and 8, Kevin.
Well, it sometimes starts right back at hoop 5. And in fact, I noticed that Tricia put the yellow ball across to hoop 8 after she made hoop 5. So she was planning early, but it's pretty early in the season. Tricia is coming back from injury and hasn't played much croquet, so her precision isn't as good as it would normally be. These 2 days of croquet will really help her in that respect. So there she is. She's now made the 9th hoop, and if she makes 10 hoops in this first break, there's a bit of a penalty. It means the opponent, instead of being able to play from instead of having a lift shot, can pick up one of their balls and put it in touching any of the other balls and start their break from there. So that's why she stops after hoop 9. Now look at that, what a sensational shot.
Yes.
She's got the black ball. The black ball is probably 19 or 20 yards from both A balk, which is near hoop 1, or what we call B balk, which is near hoop 3. So the black ball is the maximum distance and doesn't give Trev an easy start. He has to hit a long roquet to get his break going. Now, I believe in this shot, Trish will try and keep the black and blue so they can't hit each other. So she'll just put that blue ball a little bit closer to the peg. No, looks like she's...
No.
It's already probably so it can't hit it. So she wants to hit the yellow ball towards the camera, down towards us, and she'll be doing what's called, if things work out, not too bad, a diagonal leave, which is the black ball out in the court, maximum distance from the balk line, the blue ball near the peg so it can't see black, and the yellow ball, or her 2 balls, also maximum distance from A balk and B balk, but in a direct line and with no backswing on the blue ball, so blue can't hit any ball. So we'll see how she goes. It'd be nice to get a camera view of the line of the balls lined up, if that was possible.
It's through the black to the blue to where the red and the yellow are. So this type of leave, it's favoured by elite players, Kevin?
This leave is used by players who've played for 2 or 3 years. It's not too hard to set up with reasonable coaching, but it's commonly used by the elite players as well. There are other leads which are a bit tougher to set up and are a bit more aggressive, but this one is sort of the bread and butter lead. Everybody uses it.
So we see Trevor Bassett pacing the court, wondering what his next move is.
And can we tell from Trevor's body language whether she's hitting all the balls? Well, here we go. Oh, look, that's pretty good. Yeah, full marks, Trish. Really nice. So
You've played Trevor quite a bit.
The score is now 9 to Trisha and 2 to Trev. I've played Trev and Trish many times. Probably 30 or 40 times in games that are counted for world rankings.
So most players would take a swing at either at the ball.
All right, Trev took his blue ball up to B balk and took the 19-yard shot at the red, I assume. Oh, hang on. Yeah, the red, because it was the red that he hit, wasn't it?
So we'll assume he was aiming for that, yes.
Yes. There's a little bit of borrow on the court there, and so I think he would have been going for that inside ball, and it looks like he allowed for the right amount of borrow, or it went dead straight. And I'd have been aiming for the inside ball there as well. Oh, very nice shot, Trev. He's played a croquet stroke, just putting the red out into the court a bit, and he wants to get the blue right up near the black, if he can. You'll recall the blue ball he made 2 hoops already with the blue ball, so he's on hoop 3, which is in the top right-hand corner of the screen. So he's now used the red and the yellow. He has to use the black to get across to hoop 3. And yes, he set it up to go right across the court to hoop 3. I have to leave for a moment. Serena, can you take over, please?
Well, I'll do my best, Kevin, and I look forward to you returning. I'm struck by the incredible precision that's being displayed here. As we see Trevor setting himself up to begin a break, beginning at hoop 3, assuming the black will be on the receiver side. Oh, the blue perhaps did not get to a hoop running position, and so a change of plan. So Trevor leaves the court, and we'll see Trisha back on. Just see which ball Trisha chooses to begin her turn with. Most of these games are 2.25 hours, the final possibly 2.5 hours. Finals tomorrow. We have the winner of one block will play second position of the other, and vice versa in the semi-finals, and then a final tomorrow. So Trish has chosen red. Can't quite see a full court view of this, perhaps shooting for black or blue, and appears to have gone between. Trish will place her ball back on the yard line. And Trevor will come back on the court to begin his turn and possibly begin that break that he was attempting last time. Trevor's quick to get back on the court. This time he's chosen black. Oh, that's wow, contact. Assuming he was actually trying to get behind the red to send it somewhere, but now he has contact. Possibly sending red all the way to hoop 4, or maybe not. We'll see. Yep. So I'm assuming the black went in that direction because he's looking to pick up the yellow. Yes, there it is. These full court views, camera angles are just wonderful for those of us watching this live stream. Checking his angle, I'm assuming. Yep. An amazing shot across court. Have to be over 22 yards. Black 2 hit blue.
Serena, I'm back.
That's wonderful. I was just a bit confused as to which hoop Trevor was actually aiming for. So I thought he had contacted that blue across the court, but it appears he may not have, so I was wrong.
Okay. So we've just fixed up the scoring system, which is up in the top left-hand corner of the screen. And so it's the blue ball that has made 2 hoops and is now on the 3rd for Trev. And Tricia made 9 hoops with the red ball.
Red ball, yes.
So Tricia has chosen, by the look of it, to play the yellow. Although she doesn't seem very certain about whether she should be playing this shot, just from the body language. Ooh, no luck. And from this position, Trev is right near his blue hoop 3 there. And it looks like from where he's standing now, he's going to play blue, use the yellow ball and the black ball to make the hoop. Now it'll be interesting to see just what he does. Okay, he's concentrating on getting very close to the hoop in order to guarantee making hoop 3. And then afterwards, after he's made the hoop, start to set the balls up to make the next hoop.
Hoop 3 run.
That's hoop 3 with yellow, with blue, the other yellow. Right. So Trevor's a player who has really good ball movement. He's sort of been a mentor for a lot of the younger players in Australia. We usually, when Trevor's got the balls, he's playing all of these tiny little shots, which are easy to play, and they involve lots of rushes like this, where the balls are only a couple of feet apart, and he can hit the yellow to exactly where he wants it. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly where the red is, so I'm assuming that was a good shot. Let's have a look. Oh yes, it is. So this is hoop 4, you can see in the foreground. And you can see Trevor's lining up the yellow to hit it in this croquet stroke across to hoop 5, while hitting red closer to the hoop, to hoop 4. Look at that. Yellow is spot on, exactly where he wants it. And this is what I mean about Trev having really, well, I didn't mention the word control, but with the balls he has the best control of most of the players in Australia, that's for sure. That's his real skill.
He comes from a family of association croquet players, doesn't he, Kevin?
He does. He was the first of them. As a schoolboy, he started playing croquet. He was about 12, I suppose. Lived in Kyabram and still lives just outside Kyabram. I'm not sure whether he did it as part of school or whether he just went to the local club after school. And he became very good very quickly. And within a year or two, his father started playing, because his father was sort of supervising him at that time. And both Ian Bassett, his father, and Trev have done very well. And his partner, Claire Bassett, was a he's not blood related, he's married, but she also played very young, and they met through croquet. And she's playing.
He makes his decisions very quickly.
So
I was just saying he makes his decisions
does.
very quickly.
It's all a matter of patterns, I think, for Trev. He's done this many, many times, and he knows what works and knows where the risks are. Now this is interesting. I think he would love to hit the black and put it across. Oh, okay. Now, if Trev's got a weakness, it's these sort of small, medium croquets. Look at that, dead centre. Good on him. He'll be pleased with that. Yeah, see, he's lining up to put that across to hoop 8. And his next hoop to make is 6, and he'll put I can't remember now, is it the yellow ball? Yeah, up to hoop 7 while going to the red. So the black went a little bit far, but it's still reasonably close to hoop 8.
So commenting on something a statement you made earlier, Kevin, is Trevor already planning his leave after hoop 9?
Okay. He is, but I don't know what it's going to be. It'll depend on, one of the things it will depend on is which hoop the black ball is for. And at the moment it's for hoop 1, so it should be quite a standard leave. He may very well do exactly the same lead as Tricia. But I know he favours a leave called the 2-4 leave, which I'll describe if he does have a go at that. And that's a leave that encourages, that makes it dangerous for Trish if she plays where is she? If she plays her yellow ball. So he'll set it. Anyway, we'll worry about that if it comes about. but it's a leave that makes it. If she misses, then he's got a chance of finishing the game in the next turn, and Trish won't get another shot. Yeah. Now, I don't think the yellow went exactly where he wanted that, so we'll see what he actually does here.
Red or yellow. Which one he'll pick up?
Okay. He's going to hit yellow, and I think he's going to leave it very close to hoop 2. No, he's not. Right. I think he probably had in mind to do it, but about 3 shots ago, the yellow didn't go exactly where he wanted it, and he had to go to plan B. So if you recall,
the joys of commentating on
leave.
I was just about to say the joys of commentating on association croquet.
That's true. You've got to read people's mind, and often you do have to go to a plan B. So you can see where the yellow ball is. That's maximum distance from A balk and B balk. And it's pretty much where Trish had put the black ball after she'd made hoop 9 before. So Trev's already got it in position. And so it makes me think he is going to do one of these 2-4 leaves. He's hit black nicely just in front of hoop 8, which will... this is typically where Trev tries to run all his hoops from, about less than 6 inches. And that's why he keeps the breaks going very well.
Does he play any other code other than association croquet?
I haven't seen him play golf croquet, but I understand it. When he was in America playing an association croquet tournament, he did play doubles with a tournament over there, and I think he either won or was runner-up in it. So he's mallet and balls, these people can play either without too much trouble.
It's actually something your comment about the mallet and the ball, that's something that we've really noticed with Stephen Forster, playing association croquet and rarely up until sometime, in the recent past, playing golf croquet. Once you've got those skills, they can translate across all the codes of croquet, can't they? Association, golf, ricochet.
Definitely. It's just particular shots become more important in one code over another, but probably 80% of the game is the same. You have to hit straight and be able to hit balls to a particular position. So
it's a real understanding of angled shots and.
Yes. Trevor's putting the red ball in very close to hoop 9, so this is the leave I was talking about. Except he's done it the opposite way around to what I would have. Sorry, no, he hasn't. No, it's fine. It's fine. So the red ball can't be seen from A ball. The hoop is in the way, and the black and blue can't be hit by red because you can't get a backswing on it. And so he sets his rush with the next ball he wants to play, which is black, across to the yellow ball on the other side of the court. Now, this leave is sort of the other favourite leave with the top players. One of the other favourite ones. Now, if Trish plays yellow, which is the ball she wants to play, she can go around and make 12 hoops if she hits. But what Trevor's threatening to do, if she plays yellow and misses, is to go around and make 12 hoops, but at the same time do a triple peel to put his blue ball through the remaining 3 hoops while he's making those 12 hoops.
With the black.
And then pegging both balls off. And so in that case, if he achieves that, Trish won't get another shot after the shot she takes now.
So our scoreboard should actually read 9 for blue and 9 for red?
Yes. Well, look, magic. So Trish is taking the aggressive approach. She's playing to win, not playing not to lose. So she's playing the ball she wants to play, which gives her, when she hits, a really good chance of winning, and taking a bit of a risk that Trev might successfully do a triple peel. Okay.
Oh.
And there we go. Lovely shot. So they've both hit the lift now after their opponent has made 9 hoops. So this puts the game back in Trish's favour, providing she can set the court up reasonably and particularly make hoop 1 with the yellow ball It's the toughest hoop to make, the first one at the start of a break, because there's no ball sitting right next to hoop 1 for you. She's going to have to
she's got to bring
hit red across to hoop 1. So I like the positive attitude Trish took then. That's a nice shot too. She's got blue a long way up the court. It's going to be useful after she's made hoop 1, or at least after hoop 2. It's towards hoop 3.
So this next precision shot with the yellow has to get so that it can actually move the red ball over to hoop 1. It's got to get on that other side of the hoop, hasn't she?
Yep. She wants to get black up the court towards hoop 2. But that's less important than getting the yellow so she can rush red across to hoop 1. And let's see, is it going to stop in a nice place? Oh, not too bad at all, is it? Wow.
Yeah.
And she's
I'm
got
sure that there are viewers like me that are in awe of the skill at the moment. Just long roquets, both of them. Oh, it's just brilliant.
Yes.
Lucky to watch this, aren't we, Kevin? Lucky to have it live streamed.
Well, we certainly are. But we'd love to be playing it too, wouldn't we, Serena? Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice smooth stroke. And she will get a break going if she can get through this hoop.
Oh, beautiful.
Very nice. Okay. Her target now will be, I believe, to hit red and use black and blue together to try and get to make hoop 2. So she's still not guaranteed to get a break going, but she has a good chance though.
Oh.
Okay. So
unlucky.
that's the bane of association croquet players' life, is missing what's called a return croquet. She's done all these brilliant shots to get to there, but the yellow ball went past the red, and the return shot to hit the red is the one that lets you down.
So it's wonderful to have you here, Kevin, explaining everything. But I was just about to say that if viewers could stay with us for the live stream, we've actually got some wonderful elite players providing commentary later on in the day, haven't we? We're pleased to have Ed Wilson, Peter Landry, Rosemary Landry, Tim Wolford-Smith, and maybe, if we're very lucky, an offshore commentator, Alison Morn from England, later on today. So there's a lot happening today. So I'll leave you comment on what Trevor's doing.
Okay, Trevor missed the blue with black, and he's left them quite close together. It looks as though Trish has just run away with the ball she had out in the middle of the court, the red ball. So that was quite a defensive shot. So she's got her balls separated a long way with the intention of trying to stop Trevor from making a quick break now. So Trev's not even going to try and make a break. He's just setting up with the black ball, ready to make a break in his next turn.
players, our association
So Trevor
players,
set,
very conscious of time, Kevin, when they're playing, of where they are in the game.
not until the last half. Not until the last half hour. There's no.
Oh,
Because you're making breaks. Oops. There was a bit of borrow on that one. I'm not sure whether she would have hit if the court was completely flat, but it certainly missed by quite a bit then.
is the wind also
Regarding
picking up?
time, it might be a little bit, but I suspect it's the lawn itself. When you're making breaks, you can make 12 hoops in a break, or if you're doing a triple peel, you can make 17 hoops in a break. And so regarding time, as long as you take your first shot before time is finished, you can just keep going and make those 17 hoops after the break, after the bell. So that's why time isn't so important until you get towards the last half hour. I suspect Trev's going to have to set up again now. He wasn't able to get anywhere near the red ball down in corner 4. So it'll be interesting to see what he actually does. Okay.
Oh.
He was really getting away from the yellow ball. I suspect he didn't want the blue to go out because it's end of turn now, but he wanted to set up with black. But at least he has got his balls together, and Trisha's got a very long shot, which she's going for. Oh, no, she's missed. And I believe with the black and blue close together, the yellow beside it, Trev has a reasonable chance of getting a break going now. I think Trish took that shot because the black and blue looked like a double for her, like the black, a bit of a gap between the two balls, and she thought she had sort of a reasonable chance of a good chance of hitting.
So a question to you, Kevin. You all play each other so often. Do your tactics change because you know the strengths or weaknesses of your opponent?
They do to a certain extent, yes. I guess it all depends how well I'm playing at the time as well. If my confidence is up and I'm playing well, then I don't take as much notice of the opponent. But if I've got doubts about hitting a particular shot or whatever, oh, look at that. It's not quite
body
where he
language.
wants it. Yeah. I might play a little bit more defensively rather than aggressively. But most of us like to play as aggressively as we possibly can most of the time. So Trev is stuck in hoop 1, but it's still quite threatening. Trisha has to hit this shot, or Trev may be able to continue his break going around.
a big ask, isn't it? Her balls are a long way away and across courts.
That's true.
Each end is...
Yep. And Trish is just checking whether Trev can actually run the hoop. It's possible. It's on the leg. And he can't. Couldn't tell from her body language. My suspicion is he can run it.
So an army of volunteers were here to set these courts up before play started this morning?
They were set up yesterday. An army of volunteers called Lester Hughes and Kevin Beard did it yesterday. Lester mowed 7 of the courts, and I set the hoops. And this morning, the tournament manager, Katrina Peterson, did the final touches, putting out the pegs, the flags, and getting things ready for the players when they arrived this morning. Okay, so Trev has run the hoop. Where has it gone? Okay, so it looks like he's got a rush back towards the ball that Trisha just played, the yellow ball. And it's not an easy break for Trevor from here, and I think what he'll try and do is incrementally get the balls out into the court. He'll be trying to make hoop 2 off the red ball. So here he's got blue out into the court a bit. He'll try and hit this into corner 4. A nice shot. And sort of Trevor here is demonstrating what I described earlier, where he tries to play lots of these little shots where he's only has to hit his striker ball, the black ball, a very short distance, and it allows him to play quite precision croquet. Okay, so he's going for the hoop in the diagonally opposite part of the court, right up towards the shed up there where the equipment is. There he goes. How's he done? He's passed the peg. At the moment, I can't tell how close he got to hoop 2. Oh no, he's a bit short, but it was perfectly straight. A really good rush. He needs a good hoop approach here to keep his break going. One a bit like Trish did at hoop 1 a few minutes ago. Ooh, that looks like danger. Yeah, shakes his head, puts the clip on, and runs away. Now, a golf croquet player man had a go at that hoop. So
results from other games are now appearing on Croquet Scores.
Oh, okay. So the scores are now back to level again. Trevor has made hoop 1 with black. So Trish looks like she's going to play the yellow ball. Yep, and she'll aim for the closest ball just to try and get a break going. There's sort of no danger here. If she misses, yellow goes off the court and out of Trevor's break. So Trevor wants to get a break going. He has to just use 3 balls rather than 4. So that was a regulation shot, shooting at the closest ball to try and get your break going, and if you miss, putting it in a spot that's not very useful to the opponent. But Trev's going for broke. He's going to try and bad luck. So he was trying to get into a position where he could hit yellow up the court, and on a good day, Trevor would have been able to manage that. It wasn't an easy shot. There's the risk of going out, which occurred. Now, the yellow ball is the one Trish is playing, and that's the one that's already made. Oh no, yellow is on hoop 2. She's made hoop 1 already. So she'll effectively now try and do what Trev was trying to do. The yellow didn't go as far as she wanted. She wanted to hit that right up to the other end of the court, and so she'd come in behind red for hoop 2. Now Trish is coming back from an operation, and this is a really big shot to be playing if she's not 100% fit. It doesn't look bad. So she's loaded blue towards hoop 3, and her sole job now is to hit red up there behind hoop 2. If she can hit this, she's got a chance of getting the break going now.
It's an interesting comment you've just made, Kevin. How much of those long shots require power? Those pass rolls and full rolls.
Yeah. Well, they do require more power than other shots, that's for sure. And the aim is always to avoid having to play them at all. But sometimes you do have to do it, and I guess a stronger person has an advantage in that respect. One thing with croquet is the speed of the lawns varies quite a bit between days or clubs. These courts here are reasonably quick, so it wasn't as hard a shot as I thought when I initially said she may not even play the shot. There's some, particularly in winter, when the courts are a little bit wet, it can be very hard even to hit a ball from one end of the court to the other, let alone play a croquet stroke, putting both balls a long distance. Trisha's got a hoop approach here to hoop 2. It's a fair way away from where she'd like to be, but at least she's got a chance. I think this is more likely to be.
We'll let Trish play this shot and Kevin commentate on it, and then we'll welcome Peter Landry. And hopefully
Morning,
Ed
Serena.
Wilson
Morning,
will join
Kevin.
us. Oh, wonderful to
Morning,
hear you,
Pete.
Peter. And
Morning, Kevin.
I'll move on now,
Good morning,
and
Peter.
hopefully you'll have Ed join you soon.
Okay, thanks,
Thank you, Serena. Hello, Kevin. You can hear me loud and clear?
Yes, you're coming through very well, Peter. It looks like Tricia has called the referee here. She can't hit red without risk of having a fault. So what can go wrong here, Peter?
A few things. You can tweak your mallet on the wire and cause a little bit of a bevel edge, or possibly a double tap if you don't get it that clean. Double tap would be tricky. So it's more probably the bevel edge that they'll be looking at. But however, I thought the hoop run was a great hoop run. It's not a bad result to get that far through. She might have been unlucky that it didn't just pop through and give herself an easier shot. It's in that awkward, 14-inch distance.
Yeah.
But she doesn't need much power on it. She just needs a clean strike to roll it up to the red. It's a good shot.
So a clean shot, but she looks like she missed the red.
Missed the red, yes. Sorry, yes. Good shot and no fault occurred, but when they are in that awkward position, it means you sometimes have to manipulate the line of the shot a bit and move your mallet about on the shot. So always tricky.
So Tricia has now scored 2 hoops with the yellow ball.
And do we know which clip black is on? Is that Trevor's hoop 2 ball or his hoop 4-back ball?
The black is hoop 2.
Okay. Well, good scenario. Oh, it's a fabulous shot. We didn't see it coming off the mallet rolling up there, but you couldn't ask for that much better. That's tremendous.
That's pretty good.
And I take it blue has gone up towards 4-back, hoop 3. Blue has gone up towards 3.
Okay, Trev's got a bit of a decision to make here. How to get the balls into play after hoop 2 in an ideal manner. So he's done what I think I would do. Effectively hit.
He does
run the hoop. Yes, Pete?
Yeah, he does play with a 4-pound mallet, so he needs a bit of room to be able to load hoop 4. So getting yellow into corner 2 is ideal for Trevor's mechanics of the shots.
And so Trevor runs hoop 2 with the black ball.
I think this must be, I'm in Sydney, Kevin, but this must be the coldest day in Melbourne. I don't think I have seen Trevor play in long trousers and a jacket at the same time for quite a few years. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Well, it's not very. It's quite a nice day here, really. The sun's not shining brightly at the moment, but it was half an hour ago.
Yeah. He did have the bye first game, so maybe he kept himself warm while he wasn't playing and hasn't unrobed.
Yep. That's a lovely shot.
It's a good shot.
Yellow,
Just,
all the way
perfect.
down towards 4. And I believe when we pan back, he's got a rush on red towards the blue ball, and hoop 3, his next hoop.
I mean, the turn has started out sensational from the first 9-yard roquet in the middle, a tremendous croquet stroke, and everything has been on the money since. You would expect this to be a standard finishing turn for Trevor, so we'll see what he can muster out of it.
Yes. He's got black at a nice position there to get it close to the hoop and just a bit off centre. And it's starting to look like standard Trevor Bassett right now.
Yes, it's... Yes, when Trevor's running the hoops from that position, there's not that much can go wrong, and as we know, he's a fantastic peeler. He's the prolific in numbers. I haven't got the numbers in front of me, but it's getting close up to 1,000 peels. So this here is pretty stock standard for Trevor.
Okay, so can you describe what he's trying to do?
Well, he was looking for a clean peel, but he's played it at a good weight that he's seen he has got some wire on the peel. The blue is still rush peelable. So it might just make him a little bit of difference of what he might do. Will he come up after hoop 4, or will he try to get a controlled rush out of hoop 5? And hoop 4 load looks pretty good, so I suspect he will rush up after hoop 4 if he's got some control.
Yep. If the blue ball is on the leg a little bit, would he come up? Would it be more likely to come up or less likely to come up?
Well, myself, Kevin, I wouldn't have gone up after hoop 4 if it wasn't rush peelable. I think I would have looked for very tight control out of 5 there. Usually it means just a very delicate shot to put it in to peel to get a rush to hoop 6. But everyone plays a little bit different, and certainly on Trevor's stats, whatever he was going to do was the right way for himself with his peeling ability. But it's a good question. You know, there's a lot of players who are coming through the ranks and doing triplings. That's the ideal question that they want answered. Do I go up